dummy, go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on them. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on them. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Countdown, levitate. Going up, elevate. Watch me demonstrate. On time, never late. I grind, celebrate. No pump, fake, hesitate. I've been scoring every day. Champagne, Perrier. Since 9-3, been in the box, now stepping up to home. Like straight out the sandlot, now I'm plotting on the globe.
This is Nike's newest innovation in football, the Nike Vapor Edge 360 Elite Football Cleat. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I just came back from Miami, where Nike had me as a guest for the Super Bowl, where they launched their brand new football cleat. Now, I've been posting about this on my Instagram for quite a while. I've showed some of the images where the players were wearing camouflage cleats, but this is the first look we're getting of the actual in-hand in the Super Bowl colorway. And in this video, I'll be giving you my first impression of the cleats in the new Nike Vapor line and what's different and the innovation they added from last year. If you're new to my channel, you just found the best place on YouTube for football gear and equipment reviews. Now, while I was in Miami, I did have the opportunity to wear this cleat and test it out. Now, I do want to put a little more rigor behind the test before I give you guys that full review. So this video, I'm just going to focus on a lot of the changes and the technology that Nike put into this cleat. There's a lot of information to go over. I'm going to try to answer some of the questions that I've been getting through my Instagram and even YouTube. We're going to start by breaking down the actual name of the cleat, the Vapor Edge 360 Elite Football Cleat. The first thing we're going to take a look at is the Vapor name. Now, if you're familiar with the Nike football line, you know that Vapor is all about speed. They use it not just in football, through a variety of sports, but in this case, Vapor means speed for football. This means that a lot of your fastest players, your receivers, your corners, some of your speed backs are all going to really like the Vapor line. Now, there's a lot of different cleats when it comes to the Vapor Edge 360 football cleats. Now, in the Vapor Edge, you've got the Elite, which you see here. It's going to retail for $200. You also have the Pros. Now, I don't have the Vapor Edge Pros in. I will do another unboxing and review on those. Those retail for $120. And then there's the Vapor Edge Speed, which retails for $95. Now, they also have the Vapor Edge Sharks in both men's and boys sizes. Now, that's going to be more of your budget cleat. It's going to use rubber bottoms. It's going to be almost a completely different cleat, same design, but a completely different cleat than the Vapor Edge Speeds, Pros, and Elites. The first thing you'll notice about this cleat is the profile. Now, this is the Elite version. Last year, we had the Vapor Untouchable 3 Elite cleats. That was a pretty high cleat, made of fly knit, also for speed players, but it's one of the highest cleats that Nike has ever made. Now, Nike has dropped the silhouette. It's a very low cleat. It's actually going to sit a little bit lower than the Vapor Untouchable 3 Pros from last year that had that higher sock liner. Now, there's still a sock liner in here, but you can see it's really small and it's more of an internal booty than it is a sock or cuff on your ankle. The silhouette itself should remind you of the Vapor Carbon Elite 2014s, as well as the Vapor Carbon cleats from 2010. Now, Nike did use both those models as a benchmark because, let's be honest, that's a lot of players' favorite model of football cleats that Nike has ever made. The other biggest difference in this cleat you're going to notice, and this is across all of the Vapor line, or at least the Vapor Edge Elites, Pros, and Speeds, is going to be the plate at the bottom. Now, Nike has completely redesigned the Cleat Plate with all new studs. Now, if you take a closer look, I'll try to zoom in a little bit. There's all new studs on this cleat. It's a little bit hard to see because of the colorway that Nike used on here, but they have different studs that are really for propelling motion forward and backward and side to side. Now, the Vapor Edge in the name is going to come really from the two cleats on the side here, which are pushed all the way to the edges of the cleat. Now, what this is going to do for you is going to give you a little bit more stability. Now, this is not something new that we've seen in footwear. When you think about basketball shoes, they do have outriggers that have been popular for a very long time that give you additional increased stability. That's no different here. You're going to have that added stability in the speed cleat that are going to allow you to cut, stop, and change direction at full speed, something that players have been asking for. What's also unique about the cleat bottom is that they've separated the heel and the forefoot. Now, traditionally, you see one cleat bottom that goes all the way across, but if you take a look, this is a lot like some of the soccer cleats in Nike's line. They've separated both the forefoot and the heel to cut down on a little bit of weight and also really focus on the traction at the heel and the front. The studs on the heel of this cleat are almost identical to the studs on the Nike Vapor Carbon 2014s. Again, that's a fan favorite of a lot of NFL players, a lot of college players, and a lot of you high school players. Now you can see here that they use the perpendicular studs that are going to give you traction, again, in all directions. As a DB, this is something that I like because I'm going to have to go forward, backwards, and of course, side to side. Now, even though there's no plate in the middle of the cleat, you can see here that it's still very, very rigid. I'm going to show you a cross section of the inside of the cleat where Nike used new technology. They don't have carbon, but Nike used another lightweight material that's going to have very similar springiness to the carbon that we liked in the Vapor Carbon 2014s and the Vapor Carbon 2010s. So now that we have the Vapor Edge in the cleat covered, let's move on to the 360. Now the 360 in the cleat name is really about the streamlined design of the cleat. You can see here that it uses a ghost lacing system, so you actually don't see any of the laces here. And it really gives you that super ultra clean look, a lot like a track spite or like some of you think a soccer cleat. Now the benefit of that is that you don't have the laces getting in the way. You're not going to trip over your laces. There are players that reported being tackled by their laces. This is really going to give you a clean aesthetic look as well a very functional purpose. Now if you looked online at these cleats, you're going to notice that these look very similar to the Pros. Even though this is the Elite version, the Pros are going to have a little bit of a higher cuff. Again, I'll unbox those when I get those in. And then the Pros are going to have laces hidden under this top portion. Again, the ghost lacing system that hides the laces. In this case, on the Elite version, you are going to have a one pull tab. This is going to make it super easy to cinch and to lock in your cleats. I did try these, so I know that they have great heel lock in and lock down as long as you pull the string super tight. I'm going to try to give you guys a closer look here so you can see just how Nike developed this ghost lacing system. Now, if you see the orange kind of straps next to the pull string, those are gonna act almost as your eyelets on a traditional, see right here is where I'm talking about. They're gonna act as eyelets almost on your traditional shoes. And then they also, to me, kind of act like fly wire. They really are gonna mold to your foot. The Elite versions use fly knit all around the cleat. This is 100% fly knit, again, in the Elite version of the cleat. So that's gonna mold to your foot. If you take a look here, you can see just how flexible this material is. Now this latest iteration of Flyknit is also super durable. So now you have the Flyknit upper combined with the ghost lacing system. It's really going to mold your foot. Again, this is as close as we're gonna get, I believe, to the Nike Vapor Carbon Elite 2014 cleats. Again, that's gonna be one of my favorite cleats. I still have a couple pairs. I'm gonna compare them when I do the full review. It's a cleat that OBJ has loved before. He was still using that before he used the Vapor Untouchable 3s. He still uses the Cleat Plate on his custom ones that he uses in game. The last difference that I'll touch on from the Vapor Untouchable 3 is going to be the heel counter. Now, if you guys remember those cleats, the Vapor Untouchable 3 Pros also used a pretty substantial heel counter similar to this design. Now, this does appear to be a little bit smaller, but this cleat is a smaller profile. You're still going to have absolutely great lock-in because of the thickness in the heel counter, and it's something that we're going to see throughout the line on the Pros and even the Speeds, which is going to be a new addition this year. These are available right now. They did drop on February 2nd. Last time I looked, there were still some Elites left. I'll put the link in the description to the Nike site down here. Again, get them while they last. These retail for $200. And of course, yes, they do fit true to size. If you guys like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Definitely check out my Instagram page, subscribe, share with your friends, and let me know if you're looking forward to the review. I'll see you guys next time.
I work hard, I show love, that calm and steady grind. Got this far, I go hard, let God take control. I was starving skinny, now my weight up, got no energy for haters. See you trying, see you later. I'm shooting for the stars, need no laser beam, blowing like the greatest, but it's one who's always greater. Yo, go dummy, go beast on 'em. I go beast, go deep, I OD on 'em. I OD, apply pressure, put heat on 'em. Put that 500 degrees on 'em. 500 degrees, go dummy, go beast on 'em. I go beast, go deep, I OD on 'em. I OD, apply pressure, put heat on 'em. Put that 500 degrees on 'em. 500 degrees, smell good, skin clear. This here my year. Hey, look up here. This here my tier. Same fit 4 days. I grind 4 ways. I play no games. All me, no blame. On the wave, my own wave. Can't stop my shine. In the lane, my own lane. Can't stop my grind. 40 yard in the V12 and like 1.5. At 19, I cleared 19 in a month, no lie. Oh God. I was starving skinny, now my weight up. Got no energy for haters. See you trying, see you later. See you later. I'm shooting for the stars, need no laser beam. Blowing like the greatest, but it's one who's always greater. Yeah.